Yeah,
the Kevin Federline search engine, he left.
Kevin Federline had a search engine?
Oh, yeah.
No.
Early 2000s. Oh,
You're
yeah.
making that up.
No, that's real.
Kevin Federline of Britney Spears fame?
And then
dancing fame? Of getting half of a...
marrying the biggest pop star in the world at the time as a backup dancer?
Yeah.
He had a search engine you could use. You could win K-Fed swag. So if you search a lot on it, you got little K-Fed points, and you could trade it in for, like, pictures of him and stuff.
How many pictures of K-Fed do you have?
Well, my whole house, man.
Hell yeah.
Microplastics seeping into my body from the walls.
What are you doing?
What do you think?
No, what do you mean, what do I think?
They look cool?
You're inside wearing sunglasses, and it's also, like, very slightly lit in here. Like, it's not like it's bright lights.
Does it look like I got a migraine?
It looks like you're White Ray Charles. That's what it looks like. With
White Ray!
Zero
Sugar
talent.
Ray? Yeah, he can't play. Ba, 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 ba.
Yeah. But, yeah, are you going with this? Because I'm going to refuse to continue on.
I think so. You know, is it weird?
Well, I saw you bring them in the car, and I was like, okay, it's raining out today, so that's an interesting move. And then you brought them here, and now it's a prop piece.
I have a crippling migraine.
Do you have a crippling migraine?
No.
Okay.
I was thinking of being my new look.
Yeah.
Howard Stern wears it.
Like, you got to stop with new looks. I think you can only do new looks when you're, like, one, a musician, and two, like, 7 years old. Like, when you're figuring out, you're going from, like, Yams into, like, your grunge era. You don't get to try new looks.
Do you think
as a grown man?
It is crazy because if you see someone dressed like David Bowie or something who's not a musician, you're right. It's completely insanity. It's the only job where you can actually wear whatever you want whenever you want.
Yeah. You're doing what you can, doing what you love. You're performing, but you're on stage and people like you.
Do you like your look?
You know what? My look has not changed in the last 15 years, and maybe that's a problem. Maybe
this is the beard though. You don't always have that. I kind of like that.
Yeah. I grow out this 5-piece beard.
5-piece.
Yeah, it comes in like crabgrass. I got the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Could you do the full thing if you had to? The
Absolutely
castaway?
not. I cannot do the cat.
But this is good.
It's thin. It's wispy. It's like a.
This is as good as I've ever seen it.
Yeah.
But you don't have huge sideburns, right?
No, I don't have huge sideburns. It's got a bunch of patches. They're trying to throw a little rosemary on there, trying to like spice it up, like fill it in, but it's not working.
What about Rogaine?
Rogaine, I'm sure that would work.
It would work, right?
Yeah, but like who wants to have that?
Too much hair.
Too much hair on one side. We would need to do like a test, like only do Rogaine on half the side of the face, and the other half.
It's a lose-lose because if it works, you're like, oh, fuck. It worked.
It is crazy that, you go on TikTok and you see people go to Turkey to get, like, hair transplants, obviously, but then they do full beard transplants. Like, they take it from the back of their head and put the thing...
They take this hair and put it here for a beard?
And for the face to fill out the full beard. And
I did not know that.
That's just too much. That's just like... And they look good afterwards, right? But it's like, you lose the character of having
Do they just have a big
beard.
Bald patch at the back of their head?
Yeah, you have the scar, the scabs, the scabs from like them pulling out individual follicles.
Yeah,
and then putting them here.
But it doesn't scab forever, right?
No, it heals, and then your face is all scabbed
that's the same
up as well.
Kind of hair?
They're like fertilizing your face with little follicles.
That's the kind I would get. I'd get, but I wouldn't get on. But it seems weird to lose hair from your head for your beard because wouldn't it just grow like? Because beard hair is coarse, it's kind of curly.
Yeah.
It would just grow straight, like just long. Like imagine just having bangs for a beard.
I can't imagine. That's what happens for Asian people.
So if you left it, that's what it would be.
Yeah, have you ever seen like an old Asian movie? All the kung fu masters have these long, sweeping locks from their chin.
I thought they just straightened it. It was just one of their tasks.
In the morning,
wax on, straighten this.
Yeah, no, that's just how it grows. There's not a whole lot of curl to the Asian hair. It's a pretty thick, coarse hair.
Do you think you'll do that when you're older?
I think I'm doing it now. Look at this thing. It's coming in.
Leave it on.
Get the Anvil Neidhart look just with a...
It'd be a specific look for sure.
Yeah, we'll see. Okay, well, I'm doing the look. I'm growing and putting the effort in. You just slap it on a pair of dollar store sunglasses. And
These were not. These were $5.
Yeah. But I mean, mine is purposeful. I'm trying to look a little bit more manly. I'm trying to hide the rest of my face. You're trying to hide...
who I am inside.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jack Nicholson at the Lakers games. Do you think he's got those great seats forever, sunglasses on, can't see as good?
Yeah, well, I mean, the thing about Jack Nicholson is famously he's like, they were like, why do you wear the sunglasses? And if I
so I can get more ass.
He said, listen, if I don't have sunglasses on, I'm just a fat 70-year-old.
Did he say that?
But with the sunglasses on, I'm Jack Nicholson.
That's fucking cool.
And so who are you with? Is that cool? Who are you with these sunglasses
I'm just a fat 70-year-old man, Scott.
Who are you with these sunglasses on?
Just
Who's this guy now?
Yeah, that's the thing. Maybe this is my Jack Nicholson moment. My whole life, I was just a fat 70-year-old man before this.
Oh, yeah, or a fat 30-something, whatever.
That's why we're not showing the wide shot. Look, it's true, I fluctuate. I'm up and down.
So sorry, I didn't mean to
like
throw you in your head about that. It was just a slight body-shaming joke there.
On the way here, I was like, oh, I have gained a little weight. I'm glad you brought it up on the show.
Well, you and I both try a bunch of fad diets. I love a fad diet.
We like to commit for 75 days, 100 days, get the best body of our life, and then be like, time to burn it to the ground.
Immediately fall. Yeah, that's the best part of things. It's like achieving a goal and then letting everything know that you could do it if you wanted to, and and then immediately have everything just completely disintegrate.
Do you ever get to the point? I know I do, where like sometimes I'll just be eating the pizzas, the fries, the burgers, and it feels
eat all
like
at the same one time.
Oh yeah, it's like I want to destroy the whole ship.
Right.
It's there's almost like a burn it down element where it's like, what's the point? Might as well keep eating more. But then like you can ruin 2 months of working out in 10 days.
I don't know if that's true.
It feels like you can.
It feels that way. I'm sure. It's always. Hey, listen. It's fast to go downhill. You know, it's hard to climb the stairs.
Basic skiing reference.
Yeah. It's tough to climb the stairs. It's hard to go down the slide.
You know that Stieg Larsson, who wrote The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, had a heart attack and died climbing the stairs before that book ever came out?
I did not.
Yeah.
Who wrote the other 2 books?
He wrote them all.
Oh, he wrote them all.
And then right before the other one got published, he died. So he never saw the success, the millions of dollars.
Yeah, really, huh?
Yeah.
He didn't see the Nordic version or the American version.
None of it. He never got to see the books go crazy.
Huh.
That was a global phenomenon.
He really provided a service for us for a small 3-year stint.
And so much money that I'm sure his family, I guess, got.
Yeah, that's great, yeah. I always, you always think about that type of stuff. Like, for instance, this will never be popular. This will no one,
well, maybe you have to die before it comes out, and then these clips will start cooking.
Gain some traction.
I've been trying to kill you. I've been putting a little bit of arsenic in your cereal.
Maybe that's what it is. It needs a human sacrifice. Maybe that's how they got human sacrifices in the first place.
Just to promote their podcast?
They just noticed, this guy's been over here writing for a bit. And our crops have been shit.
Better throw them in the volcano.
They die, and then things get better. They're like, oh, well, whoa. Correlation.
Well, what kind of sacrifice do you think we should make on this show? I don't want to hurt an animal. I don't want to hurt... I'd hurt a human.
Yeah, I mean, this is a number of different times you brought up murdering people on this podcast.
It does come up more than you would think.
Yeah, more than anybody really wants it to, too.
Yeah.
Especially me, for you threatening to kill me to make the views on this thing go higher.
True. I do see your rebuttal on that.
Yeah. I'm... Hey, listen, it's a life to save, hopefully, keep around. I'm not providing any good, but we're existing. Like, who is, though? Who's really doing anything? You got your Jane Goodalls, and you got, I don't know.
That's it. She's petting monkeys.
Melinda Gates, and that's about it.
Melinda, you're not even going to give Bill any credit.
Yeah, Bill's trash.
Bill's
Bill's
out there getting his.
Yeah, you think, no. And the ex-wife of Jeff Bezos. She's dumping the money into the thing. That guy's on a yacht with his 23-year-old new girlfriend taking testosterone and listening to the Joe Rogan podcast. And
does he listen to it?
I would assume so.
How many days do you think? Let's say
They look the same. They look the same now.
Doesn't
that suck? Joe Rogan's been working out for 50 plus years. Jeff Bezos comes along with a couple steroid treatments.
Richest man in the world.
All the money in the world. And guess what? They got the same body.
I remember when Rogan had hair and he was skinny when he hosted Deal or No Deal. Howie kind of looks... Howie shaves the beard. He could look a little bit... Wait, are these all the same guy?
Are they all the same? Yeah. Just different forms of the same man.
All rich guys just end up bald? Shaved bald like that?
Yeah. Yeah, I guess you need to, right?
You've got to fit into those parties.
Just sleek. I remember being a kid and my parents had a family friend who was bald and
a family friend who was bald?
Oh yeah. Just
that's straight. Not that rare.
No, you're right. It wasn't. But like as a 6-year-old ripping on this guy for being bald, it was pretty rough.
He was the only bald guy you knew.
The only bald guy. He would make fun of me, and that's the only thing you have to come back as a kid is like the thing you can see.
So he said something to you, and you were like, "Hey, you're bald."
Well, I hope I came up with a better joke than that.
You're bald.
Yeah. Hey, I missed you. Not as much as you miss your hair.
Whoa!
Something along those lines.
Just getting roasted by a 6-year-old.
And that's how you know it cuts deep.
I know my dad was less vain than I am because for his birthday he was a bald guy. A friend of his bought him like a hair transplant and was like, "Hey, here's a hair transplant. It's paid for." And my dad said, "No." He's like, "I'm a bald guy. I don't want it."
Love to lean into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was fully, I guess he was like any of those people shaving it because bald is not a choice, but shaved is a choice. But my dad was rocking the Friar tuck.
Yeah, oh yeah, the old laurel of hair.
That 90s, yeah, that hair in the back.
He
could have got that transplanted onto his beard.
Oh my god, he would have been ahead of his time.
Would have looked like the bad guy from Iron Man.
But honestly, I don't know why bald is such a bad thing. I like, don't get me wrong, because I'm not. So it's like I don't want to speak out of turn here, but like people who are bald have far more testosterone than people that don't have.
Right.
And like and so like. You know that they're just virile machines over there. That's how they lose the hair because the testosterone messes with all the.
They're too horned up.
They're horned up. Bruce Willis is
Jason Statham.
Exactly. These guys are the
Rock.
Pinnacle of man.
The Rock's not taking any supplements, obviously.
Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
LeBron. If you didn't get the hair transplant, so like, sure you like to have your hair, but like, don't you want to be peak man? Peak man.
I can't help but notice you have a full head of hair as you're saying.
I am beta male. If there's lower than beta, I will be it.
Theta,
sure.
Okay,
I'll take Delta.
Delta.
Yeah.
I'll fly Delta.
Yeah, but yeah, I like how you
Delta
said...
Airlines sounds a lot like if there was also Beta Airlines. Do you think it would hurt the sales?
Beta Airlines?
Yeah, not that much different than Delta. A little bit more opinion on it.
Yeah. I mean, what is Delta? Delta's change, right? Beta, I'm not sure exactly what beta is, but.
It's just like there's no assigned seating. You're like, can I get a seat back here?
You just have to ask everybody.
Everyone's just asking each other. Excuse me, could I get some water? Right. I'm parched. The pilots are even like, I don't know where we're going.
This is a shit joke.
You started it.
I didn't start it.
You said the word beta, dude. I wasn't talking about fighting fish in here.
Right. Well, sorry, my bad. I guess I offered a suggestion. You went deep in on the Beta airline.
I liked it. It was like a political cartoon being narrated.
Yeah. You're doing a couple Dilford jokes over here. But I don't know how we're sliding away from these fucking glasses, man.
Do you like it?
No, I don't like it.
So it's growing on you.
Yeah, I guess if your whole mode, if your idea was I'm looking to anger me today, you nailed it.
I like getting you fired up.
Well, like it just doesn't make sense, right? It just doesn't.
They don't know there could be a bright sun.
They don't. No one knows anything. I know. That's why I'm bringing it up. I'm the one talking to you.
Are you wearing sunscreen?
Me?
Yeah.
No.
Do you not wear sunscreen?
No.
Never?
No. Well, sometimes you go to Mexico, you wear some sunscreen. You go out in the day, like full on sun. I'm gonna go sunscreen, suntan. You want some?
They say you should wear it every day. Dermatologists say it's the thing you should do.
Everybody says something though, right?
What's the newest health kick thing you're doing right now? I know you're always on something.
I'm looking at amino acids.
Looking into them.
I'm looking into them.
You haven't taken them yet?
I used to take them, but then someone said they were bullshit. And I didn't fucking do any studying. I just was like, man, that sounds about right. Sounds like what I'm doing is bullshit. So, but like, they're the building blocks for proteins, and I'm not a great eater. So
like you're eating poorly, or you're not eating enough?
I'm not eating well. I'm not having your salads with your beets, and not having ginger. I'm not having like a whole bunch of micronutrients and whatnot. I'm meat and.
So this is like amino acids you supplement. What do they do?
Well, whatever it is you're missing out on. Multivitamins and amino acids. But like, I don't know. Don't ask me like I know. Like I said, I have to look into it. And by look into it, I mean completely put it off and forget about it.
So your diet is essentially thinking about asking ChatGPT something in a couple
Hell yeah. Yeah. It's understandably just building blocks for putting together your body.
Yeah.
And
Well, I know what they are. I've looked into them.
Have you? And
I've
you've taken
taken-
me. What do
yeah.
you take? What's your supplement of choice?
I was taking some
besides the steroids.
gamma and some L-theanine.
L-theanine, sure.
Those are for stress
Okay.
and anxiety.
Right.
There's a company called PYM, which actually was started by Robin Williams' son and his wife, Zach Williams,
Okay.
to help people who have an anxiety and depression through amino acid treatment.
Okay.
And
How's it working?
I liked it. I liked most of it. I've tried their products before, and I don't know if it's placebo
Yeah.
but like you said, if you're eating all the right stuff, your body's probably responding better. So if you can get it through a supplement,
Yeah.
and if they want to sponsor the show, I do like the product.
Do you feel like you are more comfortable in your own skin now?
No, I'm wearing sunglasses inside.
No shit. I see. I thought this was going to be the first episode of old Fish and Chips. Was going to be the name of the show. We're trying to get him to change the name of the show to Fish and Chips, and it had a lot of backlash.
That's the drama. We rebranded, and this was nearly going to be a shift into.
And I'm shifting it. I'm still pushing for the shift.
And then some of our listeners, you guys wrote in, noticed that the thumbnail changed.
And by write in, I mean directly DM
Texted
Ian.
Some of our listeners who have my phone number, like we all do, and you can get me at 310 310 Pizza Hut. Yeah, I don't know. The jury's out. Oh, I don't know what's going on.
Okay, well, maybe throw it to you. If you like this podcast being called "and Company," just meaning there's other people here, which there are not today.
Company. When company's over, or and company. Oh, it's
Like,
Ian and Scott and company. They're guests of the day.
Or Three's Company. That
Company, Shakespeare Company, little group of actors, group of entertainers.
Yes,
the company.
Yes. Wonderful. Great.
Benny, it's a quadruple entendre.
Honestly, it's been serving us well. You had a lot of people saying that they like it. They have...
You don't know what you got till it's gone.
Right.
When we changed the name, nobody ever said I liked the name when we had it for fucking 6 months.
Right.
We get rid of it, and now people are like, hey, where'd it go?
Yeah.
They get used to it.
And then the other name, which I think is better, is Fish and Chips.
But here's the thing.
We switched this whole podcast to just be dedicated towards the battered fish, to a battered cod, and talk about the wonderful, how delicious that
Oh, wait, you wanted to talk
primarily
about
English food is.
tartar sauce and potatoes on the show?
Yeah, well, I just feel it's apropos to your...
Well, we've talked a little
culture.
bit about rebranding. Would you be willing to rebrand yourself as Chips Yamamura?
I'm already Chips Yamamura. I'm going by Chips.
You're telling me you do Second City comedy every night. In the program, you're billed as Chips Yamamura.
Yeah, absolutely.
I feel like I don't believe you for a second.
I've always wanted the name
If
Chips.
I see the program saying Chips Yamamura, this can be the Fish and Chip Show. What if you die, like Stieg Larsson, before the show reaches its peak?
Right.
Then I got to find a new Chips, like Doctor Who?
No, they didn't change Stieg Larsson's name, did they? They're like, Stieg, that's a name we want around.
But he already wrote it down. You don't write this down. You just shoot the shit.
You're telling me I'm not showing up committed and with ideas ready to go, and I'm not just burning you on your appearance?
No, you... yeah, how much your ideas are just mean. You're called me bald. I think maybe... You got to earn the name Chips. It's like you're King Arthur. You got to pull it from the sword and the stone. Until you prove to me that you're the true Chips.
Again, it's like and Company. The Chips are the company. I don't need to be Chips.
But then I'm stuck with the Chips if you quit.
But unless you're going to do a podcast to yourself, it's just fish and
well, that's
no
why
chips.
this generic, like the company, it's not Riley and the Moose.
But like
if the Moose hangs himself, Riley's fucked.
I don't know what reference that is.
I don't know, some radio show I made up.
Oh, okay. I thought that was an actual thing.
You didn't hear about the Moose?
No.
The beloved radio co-op?
No, but I have heard of Fish and Chips. And the thing about Fish and Chips is fish comes with a pile of chips.
Yeah, no,
chips
we're all familiar with the dish.
Oh, good. You know what's great about that? The familiarity as well.
Hey, let me ask you this.
Yeah.
On a slightly unrelated topic.
Other than the possible name change?
Well, I was thinking about the suggestions. People have been giving us suggestions. Don't change the name. You do improv comedy every night a little bit during your guys' shows.
Yeah.
Does anyone ever, because you guys ask the crowd, hey, give me a suggestion.
Yeah.
We're going to do a scene about somebody, a couple. Give us a suggestion of a location. Does anyone ever think they're funny, or some drunk in the crowd and kind of heckle and be say something, wildly inappropriate or not funny at all? How often? Because, with stand-up, obviously, a heckler, often they're saying something crazy and it's no good.
Every night.
But you guys are actually encouraging every single time. hey, give us this, give us this. How often do you get hit with like something so ridiculous where you're like
Every night.
every single night?
Every night.
What's the craziest thing?
Nothing really that crazy. Every suggestion from a guy yesterday was murder. So, we're like, just what's a green flag in a dating relationship between two people? Maybe not the best suggestion. Maybe it wasn't great, but his suggestion was murder.
Murder being a green flag.
Murder being a green flag.
Just like that?
Yeah, just like that. From the back. Murder. And then another one's, what's a relationship? Prostitutes.
Same guy?
Same guy.
Table of one in the back?
Yeah, just really chopping it up.
That's
so you light them up. You're like, oh, thank you so much for that.
You got to roast him.
A little bit.
Oh, yeah. Because that's the thing is someone like that who's not funny, but like thinks that I could be up there.
I mean, it is pretty funny to roast a bunch of improv comedians with you see.
Did he? Oh, so you're saying this guy was funny and he was.
Well, no, he wasn't funny, but I mean, it's funny in your mind to be like, I'm going to go to this improv comedy and just roast a bunch of people that are taking comedy too seriously.
Yeah, that's true.
By just giving them the worst possible things to work off of, and
baby's dying.
Yeah, enjoy that.
Yeah.
You came to me for the idea, sir, and this is the only thing that's going through my mind.
Hospice house.
Yeah, but that's fair. That's
what, so every single night, essentially.
Yeah,
and then that's the art of...
Well, that or orgy, dildo, lube.
Always sex stuff?
It's always... They want to see you do something.
Does their whole table chuckle?
No, there's no chuckling, but it's the first thing that comes to your mind when people like give you a suggestion of like it's their first inkling. If they were funny, they would probably be on the stage, but because they're not, they're in the audience.
And they're thinking about dildos.
And they're thinking they want to see a scene about dildos. The problem is you don't want to see a scene about dildos. There's very few scenes about dildos that are going to be hilarious. You can think back in your brain about all the wonderful movies you've seen about dildos. And there's very zero that
wonderful. The dildo CU was so good. DCU.
Yeah. They're not tossing Oscars for dildos.
Yeah, that's funny. Do you guys find that more sex bits that you do about sex work better though?
I think sex is inherently not that funny.
What?
I mean, well, sorry.
The way I do it is...
Hello.
Hey, folks.
Well, there's like times when I can remember laughing the least when I'm having sex.
Like, not during the act. There's very few times where I'm like, I'm killing. We're like, she's killing me.
Yeah, very rarely are you having a good, hearty laugh.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Man, most people don't. When
hearty belly laugh like Santa Claus. Come.
Yeah, exactly. It's a bit of a weird thing to do. So,
but talking about sex, obviously, like, is a lot of comedy. Yeah. So I'm saying those people are just in the crowd. They're ready. They're thinking about what they're already thinking about, or we're all thinking about.
You're only thinking about sex at all times, huh?
That's why I had to wear the glasses. I don't want you to see the little dildos in my eyes.
Yeah, well, it's unfortunate because, like you said, on the way here, all the Pornhub and porn sites have gotten out of control. They're way too wild. You can't look at that stuff anymore.
No, exactly what we were saying. Like now, you just want some tasteful Facebook masturbating like the old days.
Breaking out the Victoria's Secret magazine and just...
the Sears catalog.
The Sears catalog and just being like, hey, wondering about their life.
We're seeing too much now, right?
Too much. Where's the mystery? Where's the eroticism?
I turned on Pornhub the other day. Turned it on like it was flipping through the channels. And exactly, right away, it's just someone's asshole stretched to the whole camera.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta warm up to the
homepage. What are they doing?
I don't know.
You gotta warm up. Start with some tasteful stuff.
Yeah. Anyways, it's too intense. So I'm out. I don't know if that's just getting old or whatever it is.
What have you been jerking
to? Listen, man, I don't want to talk about jerking off.
And we're back.
You know what I'm switching to? I'm switching to cream in my coffee these days.
Are you? I noticed that today. You asked me for a coffee order, and I thought to myself, I was like, doesn't he normally get milk?
Yeah. So
it's a new thing, cream.
New thing.
Why?
Well, less. I don't know. There's fat in there, and also.
Oh, good fats.
I don't know. Is it good? I think it doesn't really matter. I like it. If I'm going to put it, I'm just using it to cut the bitterness of the coffee.
And you can't do black, the 0-cal treat.
I can do black, but it's just too intense.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to have to struggle through it.
Cough after. I drink it black, and every time I'm like, acid reflux.
Right. Because it's your body refusing to drink that stuff.
Yeah.
This bean water, just straight.
Hot bean water, baby.
Hot bean water, and...
I wanted to make a coffee company called Hot Bean Water.
Why would you call it hot bean water?
I think it's
you
cool.
can have ice bean water.
I guess so. Just bean water.
Just bean water.
I mean, honestly, I think it's got legs.
yeah.
I used to want to make a product called water for men and light water for women. And then
Bit sexist.
smart water came out, and I was like, not so much different than my
Right.
idea. I bet you more women buy smart water.
Well, you've seen that.
Like Diet Pepsi? Did we talk about this? Diet Pepsi is almost exclusively is way more popular amongst women, and Coke Zero
Yeah.
amongst men because they feel manly when they're ordering that.
But I feel like they taste different because I do drink Coke Zero, and
But they both have 0 calories. That's the appeal, right?
They do both have 0 calories, sure.
0 sugar
Yeah, but I feel I like the taste of Coke Zero over
Diet Coke,
Diet Coke.
Pepsi.
But maybe that's just me being marketed to, and maybe I'm just
You're
like,
buying water for men, thinking you don't like the taste of smart water.
Yeah, maybe
Yeah.
not knowing anything. Possibly, I'm not that smart. That being said,
Alpha water. What do you think?
I'm more of a
Testosterone water.
I'm more of a Delta water man.
It brings it back.
You've seen the wonderful marketing genius that is Liquid Death.
Yeah.
It's just a can of water, which is like honestly great. You get in bottles of water, but I'd love to drink water out of a can.
You know what?
The marketing's good because
That's the best version of water for men. They did it.
yeah, they did.
They
did
did
do
it. They did it a million times better than I could have thought of.
Yeah, they slapped a motorcycle on it with some heavy like tattooed calligraphy and called it Liquid Death.
And you can crush it in your hand after.
You just feel like a man just drinking tap water, paying $4 a drink.
Do you think? I wonder what the market share of how many women to men buy Liquid Death.
I don't know, but you see it on every podcast, so it's
Yeah.
like,
So they got some advertising dollars.
yeah. But and then also, I don't know if you saw that Logan Paul's company, that Prime Water, has a bunch of like leached
Forever chemical. What is a forever chemical?
Well, they stay in your system for forever.
Forever?
Yeah, like
But
you
like,
can't
there's
get
no
rid
way
of-
gin doesn't have any.
You talking about gin?
Talking about gin. Talking about
Gin? Are you talking about alcohol? Oh, you're talking about alcohol.
Like,
yeah.
there's no way a Prime has something. If I drink a Prime and a gin, that the Prime has something worse for me in it than the alcohol,
Yeah, it does.
and it stays in my body forever.
Well, because the alcohol is filtered out through your liver. It's like still like an organic thing. Where the forever chemicals, and don't quote me on this because again, I'll mention that I don't know much.
But you saw a TikTok.
I did see a TikTok, but they're like plastic leaching. It's like plastic leach, so it binds to the chemical, like the molecules in your body, and it becomes a part of the system. So you're like half man, half plastic at this point.
How many Primes have you had?
I've never had a prime.
Oh no, I've had like 16 of them.
Oh yeah, well you're about 16% polyurethane.
1% per bottle.
Yeah. Hey, for forever.
There's
too.
no way that's true. You think that's true? I heard that too, and I'm like, I mean, I obviously don't want it to be true because I've
You don't
had a
want-
bunch of Prime.
Yeah, but you also don't know anything, right? So it's like
true.
So, but I'm sure I'm fully plagued with forever chemicals from whatever drinking a bottle of water. I'm sure there's some Fesosas have Fisos, or I don't know what are they, PHSO.
All that Coke Zero, all that water for
Oh,
men.
yeah,
you've been
but I
drinking.
like cans. I drink Liquid Death. I drink.
What
everything.
about what's the one in the flow water in the box water?
Yeah, those
Yeah.
are fine. Well, I mean, it depends because it's like leaching either plastic or
Paper?
But
But they put the little
like they say in the Starbucks cups now, they have forever chemicals as well because they have the plastic coated on the inside. But when you put the hot water in, or the hot coffee and the bean water in, it warms it up so that it knocks obviously some chemicals loose and into the coffee. But again, show me the studies and I will not read them, and then I'll just regurgitate something
show me
that
a
somebody
video of
said
someone
on
who
TikTok.
skimmed the studies. Really mad in a truck.
That's why I'm so excited for ChatGPT. I'm just like, read this study and tell me if what I know is true. Oh, it's not true? Great, I'll continue on.
Yeah, because it's not quite real-time news yet, ChatGPT.
No.
You're like, hey, what happened yesterday? It's like, I don't know. I could tell you what happened up till March 2021.
Pay $20 and hook me up to the internet.
Oh, does the $20 one tell you real time?
Yeah, but you can also download like Copilot and has for Microsoft, and they have ChatGPT, but you have to use Bing.
Oh,
to it.
okay.
And like, no one's using Bing.
I think
Bing will be back though. Bing's gonna make a huge bounce.
Bing's the long con.
Honestly, you thought Bing was out. Bing's back.
Bing's never left. Jeeves, what happened to Jeeves? He left.
Yeah,
the Kevin Federline search engine, he left.
Kevin Federline had a search engine.
Oh yeah. Early 2000s. Oh,
You're
yeah.
making that up.
No, that's real.
Kevin Federline of Britney Spears fame,
And then
dancing fame, of getting half of a
marrying the biggest pop star in the world at the time as a backup dancer.
Yeah.
He had a search engine you could use. You could win K-Fed swag. So if you search a lot on it, you got little K-Fed points, and you could trade it in for like pictures of him and stuff.
How many pictures of K-Fed do you have?
Well, my whole house, man.
Hell yeah.
Microplastics seeping into my body from the walls.
Oh, hey, ahead of his time, really. That guy's like a Winklevoss twin.
Yeah, that could have been bigger than Facebook.
It could have been K-Fed. That would have been amazing. What a huge turnaround story that would have been for him. His turnaround story is already pretty good from dancer to
right
to
marry to his pop star.
Mrs. Spears
and get with child.
Mr.
Right?
Spears, rather.
He was her mate.
Double mate. I think he has 2 kids with her.
Yeah, is that her only kids?
Yeah.
Look at that. K-Fed set for life.
Yeah.
Because if you're like Ariana Grande,
I wonder what his podcast's called.
I bet you he's got a podcast.
Gotta have a podcast. Gotta know what Kevin's up to these days.
We got to get him on the show. K-Fed, if you're listening,
hey,
we'd love to have you back.
Yeah, man. Tell us how the search engine.
Yeah, we don't want to talk about Britney Spears or anything else. We
want to know.
only talk about this.
How'd that go? How'd you set it up? Are we moving forward?
Wait, you're saying he coded it? He was
absolutely.
engineer?
He was there. We just missed the montage piece of him. We're just like strapped in, like
like hackers,
creating the search engine.
You know what I would love because you're right. Had he just been an investor, like if he had made an alternative to Google, like a Bing, and just called it like whatever, Search King or something where you didn't know, but calling it the Kevin Federline search engine probably hurt the wider reach of the product.
Yeah, because if you weren't a K-Fed fan.
You're not going to use that.
But who wasn't at the time? Did you see those dance moves?
Jeremy Renner has his own version of Instagram you can use.
What?
And you get Renner points.
You're talking crazy.
I swear to God. And it's the exact same pics from Renner's Instagram. It may be defunct now, but up to like a year ago, 2 years ago.
Oh, you're shining me on. You're putting me on right now.
I swear to God, Jeremy Renner, you could get this app. And
Jeremy Renner thought he was better than a 20-year-old program.
App owned by $1 billion company.
Right.
Yeah, because it was the same pics, but essentially it was a monthly fee. So it cost you money to do likes and comments and DMs.
No.
And I believe there was a monthly fee as well. Oh, yeah.
Are these people just nuts? Is that what it is?
Yeah, I read the comments on some of them. And they were like, they're super fans.
Oh, of Renner.
Of Renner. Oh, yeah. If you're using the Renner Instagram. Because you can only follow him.
You sign up to follow. It's like Patreon then. It's
like Patreon, exactly.
To see what Renner's up to.
Exactly.
No offense, I don't care what Renner's up to.
Whoa.
Yeah, I know. It's going to blow your mind here. And cause good movie. The Town is good. Whatever.
Hurt Locker.
Good-ish.
Yeah.
Great director.
Ish. No, it's good.
Can't remember it, to be honest with you.
Guy goes to Iraq.
He gets stuck in a locker. Cannot
it
get
hurts.
out. Yeah, but is his Instagram so hot that people need? He's not Kim Kardashian. He's not a Selena Gomez.
Right. If Kimmy had her own Instagram app with different pics, they would sign up for sure.
Yeah, but that's it.
But I think he even posted the same pics he posted on Instagram.
Man. That's just what a website
fucking website. You're right. He had just a paid website, a paywall.
Yeah. Honestly.
Smart businessman.
Is it smart? Because it's probably
he
not
made a little bit
happening.
of money. You think it made more money than it cost to build? Maybe not, actually.
How difficult is it to make a website? I mean, he just went on Wix, uploaded
Wix.com/Jeremy Renner.
Yeah, just added up a bunch of pictures to the homepage. You've made a website in your life.
Many websites. Here's the dumbest website I ever made.
Half a brain. What's that?
As a kid, I had my own ski website. And what I would do is I would go to the mountains and copy screenshots of their snow reports, and I would post them every morning on my site.
Yeah.
No one was going to my site. It was literally just a waste of time. Who's going to trust my site over the mountains website?
And that's a great idea, though.
Just a snow report website?
Well, yeah, if you added more to it, if you talked about your rip of the day and threw up some videos.
Maybe I should have. Instead, it was just here's the snow report.
Jeremy Renner.
I could have been Renner. I could have been an Avenger, dude.
Hell yeah. I mean, you're still doing it, honestly, right now. You're creating a podcast with a guy that nobody cares about. And throwing down opinions that don't matter and are half-baked and throwing them up on a thing made by a billionaire and trying to
get our piece.
Try to get your piece of the billions.
Trying to get a little piece of that billion. They already built the machine. We're just trying to feed it. Feed it a little content. Feed it a little engagement.
Exactly. You're just trying to be a cog in the wheel. And honestly, respect.
Are the users the cogs?
I think we're all cogs. We're all just
we're feeding these machines and we're using them.
You're using them. You're feeding them. You're just one big pile. It's a food system, is what it is. It's a food web.
It's like, have you seen Pulp Fiction?
Have I seen Pulp Fiction? What the hell are you talking about?
The-
have
right.
you seen one of the most famous movies?
I should have started with this question. Do you know who the Gimp is?
Okay.
The Gimp?
From Pulp Fiction. All
Yeah,
right,
so he's in all leather. He's tied in the basement.
Right.
He's a sex slave of some sort.
Right.
They keep him in a little box. They bring him out to fuck him.
Yeah.
That's these machines. You're feeding it. You're keeping it alive. You're feeding the Gimp, I don't know, prime energy and sandwiches to keep him alive. And then you're using him. You're fucking him.
No.
It's a perfect analogy.
If anything, you're the guy that owns the shop, or they're the guy that owns the shop, and you're the Gimp.
Oh,
you
YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, they own the pawn shop.
Yeah, and you're just the
I'm
Gimp,
tied up downstairs in a leather
just
suit.
trying to get out to have some weird sex, I guess.
Holy shit.
You're waiting for Bruce Willis to come along with his bald head.
That's our show!